Well, hello there, my darlings. Today is the day I get to open up the Great Vault on my character. If you're new here, I play an augmentation evoker, not by choice, but the stars have aligned in a way that allowed me to continue to play this game and enjoy something different after maining Resto Druid since Battle for Azeroth. I've gotten a little bit burnt out after pugging keys over and over, so a little bit of a relief that I get to experience something different this season. So this is my character Augvoker. He is inspired by the character Astarion from Baldur's Gate 3, and you will see why once I log in. He is in his Drakthir form, so you cannot quite see the resemblance yet, but I will be logging on right now and prepare him in front of the Great Vault so I can see what I get from last week's content. I've done a lot of keys last week. For once, I did not wait till the last minute. The last couple hours of the week are the worst you can possibly spend doing all your keys or whatever it is that you want to do for your Grey Vaults. So my goal is to continue to do all my content at the beginning of the week so I have some freedom at the end of the week and I can relax and do anything else. After I open whatever's in the vault and choose my reward, I want to continue mentioning things that are outside of the game, some rewarding things that happened last week, and that is a interactive activity that you as a viewer are welcome to contribute to as well. I like mentioning things that happened last week and were a highlight for me and something that I'm grateful for, so stick around for that part of the video after I get my vault reward. I'd like to apologize in advance if I'm talking a little weird or if I don't really have that much expression. I am hanging on to a thread right now because of how much pain I'm in. It is a little bit evident on my channel, but I am very open about having long-term conditions that can cause some chaos in my life, and today is the day I am experiencing quite the flare-up, so I am in a lot of pain. I am just grateful for getting up and getting ready for this video. Depending on what I get in the vault, maybe that will suppress some of the pain that I'm in. I'm not guaranteeing that's something that is likely to happen because my pain isn't really relieved by gaming. I'm sure it'll be a little bit rewarding at least because I've done a few painful keys last week. So starting with every video before I open the vault, I am in front of the vault. Let's turn my character into his chosen form. This is Augvoker. He is my vampire dragon and he's a little bit geared. I've gotten some good pieces over the weeks. I've done heroic raid last week and I've done over 8 keys on Myth track, so I'm expecting a variety of items in the vault. Some things that I want for sure still is the trinket from Nimue, the heroic boss in Amirdrasul. I would like to try out the trinket from that boss because it's something that is similar to the Balefire branch, but it also adds a little bit of damage, and I'm really excited about trying something like that out. I've been working on getting my damage up for keys. I've been pugging a lot of keys, and most of the people I run with are pugs. So if you see any of my videos, I do post videos of my dungeon runs. I include the key level, I include the affixes, and now I also include the composition of each group. Usually there's going to be a constant, and that is me and the tank. We are a team. So when we're both on, we do keys together. If not, it's just me, and most likely the rest of the group is entirely a pug. So just keep that in mind if you are interested in seeing any of the actual gameplay of my character. So with that said, I am interested in boosting my own damage as well as people's damage. So this is a result of me wearing this exact set. I was wearing the Balefire branch and the Bellorelos trinket, my Dreambinder staff, and my force set, and all these other pieces. So yeah, I would definitely like to see if I can get another trinket. I don't have that much of a variety of trinkets in my possession. I have the Lady Waycrest music box at 476. I can no longer upgrade that, and I have the Corrupted Starlight trinket 476 as well. I don't know if I want to continue to upgrade this because it's not the best trinket for my spec. So trinket from Nimue is something that I would love to get right now. And anything else I would like to replace? Basically everything's the same from every week that I want to manifest the vault. I would like to get the ring from Darkheart Thicket, which is a high mastery ring, so perhaps it would be a great replacement for this one, but I would like to stack more mastery for sure. And maybe if none of those drop, if neither the trinket from Nimue or the mastery ring drop, I still need to replace my cloak. Something with mastery would be a cloak from Ataldazar. It is one of my targeted items that I'm still trying to get, and everything else is decent. That is my manifestation session, and now I will actually open and see what I get. Here we go. Let's see. Alrighty then. So I don't see any of the pieces that I wanted, unfortunately, but we'll see one by one what is in the vault. Alright, so from the raid we have bracers on the hero track, crit mastery. The ones that I have are on myth track, so I think my bracers are pretty good. And there's a chest piece at 467. I already have a heroic tier piece, so no thank you. And we have a band of burning thorns. Oh, okay, so we have a high haste low mastery ring from the raid. All right, let's check out the loot from the dungeon. Okay, so we have Oak Heart's Gnarled Root. I have not seen this trinket like ever. It's a verse with a on equip effect. Your attacks and spells have a chance to deal additional 124,000 shadow damage over 6 seconds and reduce the target's movement speed. So a little bit of some damage and some versatility. I could see this being useful in really high keys because versatility starts to shine there. Next up we have another pair of bracers on the myth track. It says Time Way, so it's probably from Dawn of the Infinite. So we have crit and high haste on the wrist, and that's not something that I really want. And this is actually one of my best items that I already have, and in fact this is one that I got last week, which I was really happy about. It came from the Black Croak I did last week. It's kind of sucky because I already put a shadowed belt clasp on it, so it was a little expensive, but if I end up choosing this, I also get more item level and I have 325 avoidance on it. That's pretty neat, not gonna lie. That is a neat tertiary stat to have for keys. So this time I feel like I don't have that much of a conflict going on. I can immediately see what I would like to get right away, and that is the waist. But I'm actually still going to sim it in a way. So, ask Mr. Robot time. Let's get the script, and I have the page ready already. So I'm going to import from the add-on and update everything that I have in the vault. I will scroll down to Upgrade Finder and look at the Great Vault section. So it'll tell me everything that I have here. And I have, as usual, these things selected include Catalyst, set bonus prediction, and everything over here. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. The Soul Torn Fury belt is said to be actually to be catalyzed. It's funny. So why is that? So we have a 265 crit, 493 mastery. On the catalyzed version of it, it's 226 crit, 549 mastery, so more mastery on it. So that's interesting. So if I do want to pick this and I do have an extra charge in the catalyst, I could probably min-max my amount of mastery by turning it into tier. So that's good. And as we can see, that same belt is still recommended even if you don't catalyze it. So we already can see, according to this and according to what I already said earlier before I even put everything in this little tool, that this is the item that I am most likely going to choose. And I feel like it's, compared to everything else, it's kind of a given. So I'm not gonna be worried. I think I'm good with this. Plus I got a bunch of avoidance on it, so it's going to help my survivability. Not the most exciting Great Vault, but we did get something that is still best in slot and a little bit extra. I just have to spend a little bit more to get that shadow clasp back on the belt, so that's okay. Moving on, I did mention that it's just this character that I'm opening the vault on, and I'm actually going to transmog it so it looks good. So while I log out, I do have my Resto Druid that's still kind of in LFR, just chilling in LFR content for now, which is really unusual for me. I don't really do LFR other than whenever I do like some world questing, like the Dream Warden quests. The little thing pops up where I can get some extra golds and some augment runes from signing up as a healer for, you know, raid and stuff like that. So that is why I do have some LFR kills on this character. This is how I'm just slowly gearing up my character while using it as a way to get some gold, because I do sell the augment runes. So I only have 2 pieces to choose from, because I only did enough LFR bosses to get 2 options. I didn't get to clear the raid, but I did get to experience Farak on LFR, which is really interesting. It's a completely different fight. I did not expect it to be so different. Like, we all know LFR isn't the same as normal or heroic for that matter, but I didn't know what to expect. If you guys didn't do it already, for Farak, the little seeds that spawn, I noticed that they're not interactable. Like, you can't actually pick them up. No one can pick them up. But during the phase where you do need to, you know, for the seed to be used, everyone goes into the little spot where the seed is, and the seed automatically activates. So it's like around the boss. So it's really fascinating. At least I got to experience that. All right. Well, let's see what my loot spec is set to. I have restoration. I am a resto druid, so we'll see what we get. Now, we have our first piece for druid set. So that's something okay, we have 2 pieces. This is amazing. All right. Wow, druid. All right. Well, I mean, this character was my main for many years, so I'm not too surprised that she has some luck still. But let's see what I want to pick, because we have a helmet and a chest piece, and I think I might pick up the helmet because it's already at 450 and it's at the like end of the raid. So I think I'll just do that. All right, but I'm not gonna log out yet. I'll just stick around and just kind of, I don't know. Let's enjoy the Christmas spirit. Let's just look at the Christmas tree here with the dragon. All right. So this part of the video is just where I talk about some wins, and you can talk about some wins in the comments. I'll try to keep it short. So we have some wins from the game and some wins from my real life, and I'm gonna have to think about this one. As I mentioned, I'm just glad that I got all my keys done last week, kind of earlier in the week rather than waiting last minute. So that's already a win. And another little win that I'm pretty happy about is that the guild that I've been running the raid with, we finally killed Heroic Farak together. So that's neat. Very happy for all of us able to do that. So that's another win. So that means that it's more possible that I get Farak on every week with the team that I run with. So yay, that's really exciting that there's more chance for people to get loot off of that, more chance for people to get the legendary to drop. So yeah, that's about the in-game wins. Real life wins, I'm struggling to think about that one because it's been quite a weird week last week. It's hard to really think about what I consider a win last week, to be honest. Aside from just going to the doctors, being able to get a doctor's appointment, which I still had to wait for a while, but as someone who is like chronically ill, I have a long list of things that I want to talk about with my doctor, and if I don't write down what I want to talk about, because the moment that we have together with the doctor during your appointment is very limited, and that tends to make me forget what I'm even there for in the first place. I'm just like, I don't feel well, you know, and then because I don't feel well, I don't have the energy to recall really what exactly is going on with me. So I had a doctor's appointment about just like a bunch of stuff, some test results, some things like that, and other things that have been bothering me and I'm more worried about. So I'm glad that I was able to at least go in there prepared, and yeah, a lot of different issues just being addressed at once, so that's good. At least that's a step forward. Yeah, I think that suffices. So health is important, so please share what your wins were. Let me know if you got anything awesome in the vault. Tell me about your progress. How are you liking the season so far? What you consider to be a win in the season for you last week? And maybe some things that you were happy about happening in your real life. So yeah, my comment section is totally open for things like that. So yeah, thank you for sticking around and listening to me rant about things every week. So, hello, you. Okay, that was a little funny. That Pandaren was really in my face there. But yeah, I'm gonna end this video here. I got some raiding to do today, so we'll see how quickly we get our bosses killed today. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.